Alright, hello my friends. How are y'all doing? Was the camera a little bright? Hold up. I think the camera looks a little too bright. I mean the webcam, but it's kind of weird. Sometimes it kind of has some issues. Whoa, too bright. There we go. Okay, that works. Hello friends. Zombie Deathmat? Not quite zombie, but it's called Cult Worship Caps. It's a artisan maker. It's that person's art, but it was put onto the Deathmat as a kind of like collage. Yeah. Oh, wait, is there a counter at the bottom? Oh, my bad. I was testing. I was testing the subathon timer. I've been trying to figure out what to do and how to do it. So that's why. So yeah, as this rumored carjacker having a hard time out there. Yeah, it's been like that for a few for a few hours actually. Good day, Peaches. Hello, hello. How are you? Anyway, so how are y'all doing? Mark C, One Drunk Man, ODN, hello. Sean, yo, it's been a while, Sean. It's been a while. I know that I saw Nixie T also earlier. It's been a while. Nachos, Lana, Druas, hello. Let's see who else is here. Gambit, hello, hello. Eric. Dennis, Crazy Derp Turtle. Let's see, Nalio, Kupo, hi, Taylor 420. Hey Joe, what's up? Not too bright, too handsome. Oh, come on. You're exaggerating. Only MX Brown's doing subathon to make the mainstream. I do have like 300-ish MX Browns, but they're not lubed, so that would take a while. I'll lose my shit. Oh, I had my noise canceling headphones on, so I didn't notice it after like a while. Okay, so sorry. Just been catching up with chat. It's been a long time though, Sean. So when is a subathon? So it's still in the works. I'm still in the planning phase for it. Tentative date right now that I have in mind. So I basically have the week of the 30th off. Okay. So right now I was thinking of doing it the weekend before the week I have off, because I basically don't have meetings to attend on Monday, right? So if I do it on Saturday, like starting Saturday during the day, I could do it through the day, you know, through Sunday basically, like if it goes for a long time, and then I could rest for the week. And specifically during the week, I actually am planning on visiting my parents. It's been a long time since I visited them. Almost 2 years since I saw my parents actually. Yeah, my parents got sick last year, and so yeah, like it's been kind of iffy to visit them and such. So I want to visit them this time around when I have the chance. It's not like I get vacations all the time. I rarely do. So I wanted to take an opportunity to visit them, maybe like, you know, at least half the week. So I was planning on doing the subathon first, getting that done over the weekend, and then visiting them pretty much the rest of the time once, well, you know, once I've slept like a day. So something like that. Yeah. Traded my unicorn for a Kepler. Super happy. Oh, that's good. I mean, if you're happy with the deal, that's good. I know that some people prefer the unicorn just because they want that TGR Senga clout. But the Kepler is a lovely board. As far as I imagine it's a Kepler 65. Yeah. It has that carbon fiber and like Damascus looking thing, right? Pretty cool though. Oh, Cancel, what's up? Hey, dude. Good to see you. I saw your message, by the way, so yeah. I'll see you around. Let's see. So, Nalio asks, how's my day, man? My day's been... How's your day, he says. My day's been so-so, to be honest with you. I'm kind of stressed out. Honestly, I'm a little stressed out about the subathon. I think that's not my #1 worry, but it's in the top 3 for sure. I think that my #1 worry right now is just like sorting some things out for the trip, and I have some paperwork to do, legal paperwork to do these days, and so it's just kind of been stressing me out. Other than that, the subathon is kind of stressing me out, in the sense that like I don't know what's gonna happen. So I just kind of have to hop online, start streaming, start building, and see how it goes. I guess my main worry is like I don't think I'm like that funny of a person. I might be interesting as far as like I can talk for a while, but I'm not gonna have like I'm not gonna have like friends over like Nathan did, because I do live with roommates, so I kind of don't want to disturb them. That kind of stuff. So I just plan on doing this myself. There will be mods in chat and stuff for the event. But yeah. So, and then I don't know how long I can go doing that, so we'll see. Yeah. So I'm just nervous, I would say. I'm nervous. I'm definitely excited for it though, because it also means that I will be able to catch up with Q&A session. Yeah, I could do that. But yeah, like I can catch up with a lot of my personal builds. It's something that I've meant to do and I just haven't had the chance. I've been building client boards or prototypes and so on. And so like I've been meaning to catch up on some of my personal builds too. And it's a good time to do it. I actually would rather not work on client builds during the event because it's risky. I mean, maybe at the beginning, but not towards the end. So yeah. Let's see. Other than that, yeah, other than that, today I just had a case of the Mondays. So like, I only had a very low-key meeting this morning, but I got a lot of stuff I need to do, but I just didn't really do it. So my day's been so-so, I would say. My day's been so-so. Car horns, is there anything more pointless? I totally agree. Nobody cares when they hear them, yeah. Anyway, every time there's a stream, I'm like, shit, I'm busy. Loop switches during the subathon. I'll loop some switches. I'm not sure I'm gonna loop a lot. I'm still gonna try to loop a lot of switches before. That way I can just build them, because I also like looping switches actually would probably make me sleepy. So actually I think I might want to not do switches during the event. I think it might make me sleepy and like kind of make me feel like very relaxed and tired. So I don't think I want to do that. Alright. Hope everything will be smooth at your end, and hope building keyboards will relieve your stress. Oh, I mean, keyboards are stress reliever for me, for sure. Good luck for the for work though. I know that you're saying that you're gonna be busy for the whole month from work, Nalio. So best of luck with that. Love the history lessons like you did with CRP. Yeah, I mean, I can share what I know about keyboards and my life around keyboards, you know, and what I know about them. I'll also be looking up stuff as I talk about them, because I don't like saying things without being sure. Someone actually asked me a keyboard related question today that had to do with like when was the first time someone did this, and I took like an hour or two just to make sure I was okay about answering that question. Are you going to swear like a sailor at the end of the subathon? We'll see, maybe. I'm the type who gets kind of mellowed out though as I get tired. I don't get like exhilarated or delirious. How many boards do you think you will build during the build-a-thon? I think if I am 100% willing and able to do a lot of builds, I'll probably be able to push out like probably like 5 or 6 builds at least, if I am like just going straight up ahead and doing it. But realistically, I think I'm going to be building like 4, because there's gonna be giveaways, there's gonna be talking, there's gonna be eating, like I'm gonna eat meals in between, right? I'm gonna stand up and stretch, that kind of stuff. So that's probably going to delay things, or rather, like, you know, put a dampener on things. So yeah, I would say probably like 4 realistically. Yeah. As for food, I'll probably go for something simple. I'll probably like pre-cook or order stuff and just have it around. Yeah. Bet you could bring some friends or fans on Discord to talk to you. Okay, yeah, I can do voice chat. Yes, voice chat on Discord is not a problem at all. I could do something like that, like a panel where like maybe like a handful of people can get on Discord on a voice chat and like ask me questions, like a Q&A kind of thing, along with chat, something like that could be fun. But anyway, Gambit, thank you so much again for the tier 1 sub. Salty Nutted, hello. Mason Gray, how are you? Is it still hot and humid over on the East Coast? It is humid. Today was not too hot though. It cooled off because last week was very hot. So today's been a little cooler. I really enjoyed when Chubby's recounted his experience going to meetups with a PowerPoint. Oh yeah, I actually was there for that. I actually saw his presentation. I was kind of lurking, but yeah. Oh, Mason, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Marbles for days? I actually don't like marbles that much. I like watching marbles. Actually, you know, I'll do marbles. The only problem about marbles for me right now... Okay, I'll tell you my 2 biggest worries for the subathon. Number 1 is the obvious one. Internet is gonna die. And it's gonna die many times, which... part of it is gonna, you know... People will drop out in between because they'll be frustrated by the drops. I think that's naturally gonna happen. Number 2 thing that I'm worried about is that my PC is just gonna burst into flames because my PC is kind of old, and I feel like if I had a lot of people during this subathon and like I opened marbles and we're streaming at the same time and all that, I feel like it's just gonna like go kaboom. So that's my second biggest worry, I think. And I guess my third worry would be that I can't. I mean, I will do the event for as long as I physically can. If I just legitimately can't stay up, I'm gonna call it off. Like that's just the rule I set for myself. I'll never force myself to do something I can't do. So yeah, safety first. So sleeve stream? No. Who do you think I am? Ludwig or something? No. Unlisted sleep stream. What's the longest you've gone without sleep? The longest I have gone without sleep is about 41 hours. Yeah, something like that. I had a big project deadline. I stayed up to do that. It took longer than I thought. I had some deliverables, and then I had some commitments that I had already been assigned for, so I just had to do that. And then I had to like kind of like get back home and, you know, and sleep. That was when I was like in my prime, quote unquote, which is like in my early 20s. Yeah, so I don't think I can do that now. I don't think that I'm capable of doing that long anymore. I actually think I won't cap it, but I think I would not be able to do any close to like 30 some, probably. It's too much. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started. So let me show you. This is indeed a legitimate TGR box. Canon Monster. I don't do energy drinks. I can do coffee, I can do tea. I can't do energy drinks. Energy drinks just I don't like them. I don't like the taste. I don't like I just don't like them at all. I've never been used to them, so I'm gonna skip on energy drinks. Is that J Pink on your board at the moment? Yes, it is. So here we have some stabs and some switches, some U4Ts with 3204. These are some plate mount stabs that just extras that got ordered by accident. And then here we have our Jane. This, my friends, is a unit directly from the group buy. From the group buy that has still not ended. And this is indeed a build for a group buy buyer. As you can see, the buyer is in chat. Is there a difference from R1J Pink from R4? Yeah, R1 has like these brown legends, and it's beige, not white. Get the stabs out, brother. Oh, these are the stabs right here. The other ones are just plate mount stuff. Any caffeine makes me puke. Oh, Sean, that's kind of weird. Yeah, no, I'm kind of used to coffee and tea, so I'll probably roll with that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Gambit. I couldn't do 48 hours these days, but in my early 20s I did it too often. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to stay up for that long. It's so unsafe and so bad for you. But I mean, I'll do it for the event, but I wouldn't do it on a normal basis. It's terrible. Did 48 hours without sleep. I think I've gone through a dozen of Red Bulls in 2 days. In the end, I had withdrawal symptoms and trembled for hours and couldn't, I assume, fall asleep. Oof. Ooh, that's rough. I don't want to get there, so I'm probably gonna cap it at a physical limit. Like if I feel like I'm dying, like I'm gonna stop. Period. Like no exceptions. No, but you promised. I don't care. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. So, retail build hits different. I agree, man. So this is. I feel like I need a volume knob, roller on a keyboard. Any recommendations? There are a few keyboards out there. It depends on what your budget is. Boenac. I don't know what your budget is, but I would say like on the maybe like sub $200 budget, there's the GMMK Pro, I believe, and I think does the Keychron Q1, is that new Keychron one going to come out with a knob? I'm not sure actually. There's that. On the middle, somewhere in the middle, there's like I think Voice 65. There's a few other keyboards with knobs. There's a Whale 65, Whale 75. My bad. There's a version with a knob, but that one goes for much more. There's the Balance, which just went on group buy, but unfortunately, I think the group buy ended. Well, other keyboards have knobs that are accessible, relatively. Alright, friends, so this is what the Jane looks like. If you haven't seen a Jane. I mean, I showed one last time, but this is the original Jane with the carbon fiber backplate, as you can see. So the carbon fiber backplate says TGR and then CE here at the bottom. It says Jane in the middle. And here is the infamous, the well-known multicolor PVD multicolor brass weight. Kind of has like orange hues in some views, and then kind of purple and bluish views. Very interesting multicolor weight. And then the front, it's going to be an 88 key layout with wing key blockers here. So this has a carbon fiber plate and a PCB that's Bootmapper client compatible. Yellow, like in a nice kind of mustardy yellow. I love this PCB color. I love this PCB color. It's my favorite. Alright, looks like the gasket's in there. So we're gonna have to open this bad boy. I mean, bad boy? I think it's bad girl. Up. What's the difference between CE and non-CE? Also, Nalio, gotta go. Sounds good. Have a good time at work. Stay healthy. Best of luck. Alright. So, is there a board that you can compare on the typing experience to a Jane? A lot of top-mount keyboards that have a similar top-mount like configuration will have the same typing experience, I think. There's quite a lot of similar ones. Heine TKL1 is the one that I would probably mention that is quite similar. Let's see. Mousepad. Oh, there's no mousepad command or deskpad command, but this is deskpad from Shuangmu Lin. It was a collaboration with Cult Worship Caps. Laneware LW67 still in group buy. Affordable stuff. 300 has a knob. Cool. Thank you for the info, Baron Law. Don't really feel like getting a separate knob that I have to reach for. more clutter, more cost. I see. So you want to integrate it into the keyboard is what you're trying to say. Understandable. Win keyless F13 best TKO layout. I do have to say I prefer F12 10 keyless win keyless layout, but I do understand why people like F13. F13 feels a little cramped for me. Understandable that the symmetry, quote unquote symmetry, really, because it's not perfect symmetry, quote unquote, the symmetry of the F13 edition that it provides, it's nice, but it makes the space a little bit cramped for my personal taste. I found out after I started using F13 that it was a little bit cramped, but I mean, it's not like a big deal, honestly. It's just like super small. Yeah. F13 just for another Artisan Flex Space TV, to be quite honest. Yeah. This is true. This is true. Yeah, I mean, on TKO I use Escape Artisan, and then the 3 cluster at the print scroll pause cluster is the one that I use aside from Escape. And then I guess if I have F13, that one also becomes an extra Artisan spot. But yeah. Puke yellow OP. Slap the Batgirl. No slapping here, okay? Anyone knows when the CER2 will happen? I don't think there is a CER2 in the pipeline, unfortunately. Yeah. Yo, Pears, what's up? Hydrate? I will. Oh yeah, that's right. The first time you disassemble this board, this weight is kind of sitting really tight. Like, it takes a bit of work. There we go. Oh, okay. This time it came out easily. But yeah, I've built a few brand new Janes, Jane V2s and Jane V2Cs. Specifically the Jane V2C with the multicolor. Because of the finish, it adds a little bit of thickness to the weight. Gets a little tight to remove, but yeah, this time it came out kind of easily. CER2 will happen, it has to. Anyway, here's the hydrate. I know the Google form says CER2 soon or whatever, but that's a good debate right there. Desmat. So okay, I'll just link the profile of the person who made the Desmat. So, or actually the photo that shows the Desmat. Okay, so share copy link. All right. So this was the Desmat that people are asking about. But it already ran. It was a one-time group buy collaboration with Cult Worship Caps with permission from them, and run by Shuangmu. This tech music though. Is it a thing to use accents or novelties for insert and delete? Some people do. I personally don't like it, but yeah, some people do. Some people use like everything on the nav cluster. That unfinished weight is so beautiful. I don't know why people hate on it. This is not unfinished. It's technically PVD coated, so it's not unfinished at all. It's actually finished. Or I'm not sure what you're talking about if you mean unfinished. Maybe it's something else. Oh, the key called. Oh, the key called unfinished, quote unquote, is not really unfinished either. It's actually a very finished weight. or not weight, sorry, but back piece, bottom piece, with the look of an unfinished, like with an unfinished look. But the actual thing is like perfectly done. Like it's just that they made those, like they left those, like the machining marks are actually, it's like a texture, like you can feel it. Like you can actually feel the texture. Yeah. But yeah, for those who are entering the who entered rather the 265 unfinished purple raffle, best of luck. Best of luck. No one does all bongo afro like you do though. That was a one-time thing. What texture does the mat have? Is it rough like the gaff mats? Yeah, it was made by the same. It was run by the same person, so yeah, it has the exact same texture as the gaff mats. The exact same texture. What was the reason for long group buy? Are you talking about the JNV2CE? The reason for the JNV2CE long group buy was because Yutzi was not happy with the results of the anodization, and he had a lot of duds, basically. Yeah, so he refinished a lot of the cases. I think that's what he said, but we don't know all the exact reasons. No one really knows. I think it's just speculation to some extent. But basically, you can think of it as being manufacturing problems. Manufacturing and finishing problems. Yeah. Legit thought the mats were just CC R2 bonuses and was glad to have gotten the version I had preferred. Yeah, me too actually. Well, like I actually also thought that the mats were only gonna be happening with the CC like bonus thing, and then I actually like didn't get one, and I was like, oh no, and then eventually asked Shuangmu, and he was like, oh, I'm actually gonna run. Like there's a lot of demand, so I'm actually just gonna run like a one-time group buy, and so he ran it. Yeah. So here is the weight, the internal weight of the JNV2CE. So here it is. The bottom of the JNV2CE has an internal weight, which allows it's underneath the main cluster of the TKL portion. So this part, right? The navigation cluster is on this side, and as you can see, the finishing on the inside is rather interesting. The manufacturing on the inside is interesting because basically it's like the unicorn has these pillars for the O-ring to sit on. So that's why it allows for the O-ring mount hybrid. But it was really meant to be a top mount keyboard, but he added this just for fun. Because he had done it on the unicorn, so he was like, oh, why not just add it and see what happens. Yeah. But basically that's the gist of it. Here's our PCB, the TGR Pontoporia CE version 1.2 PCB by Yutzi, or the man behind TGR Keyboards. Nice mustard yellow PCB. One drunk man called it puke yellow because he's always a drunk man. I assume that's what the association is from. But as you can see, the cutouts here, see how the cutouts fit perfectly with the PCB? That's why. Because that way the PCB can sit below this part of the case, and the O-ring is what touches these pillars. Also, Sean, I don't know why. Oh, I see. Let's see. Kind of weird for you. Wait, kind of weird for Yutzi to have so many anode problems when the only color available was black. So that was the irony of the JNV2CE. So the irony of the JNV2CE group buy was that he ran it with a singular color. Like he was like, I'm only gonna do black this time, and I'm doing carbon fiber and all these things. Like basically, like the options were to limit the number of SKUs, like the number of unique items, and he did that, and it turned out to be a flop for him. Basically, it backfired. Yeah. So the group I ended up backfiring in that sense. The production rather, and yeah, and he's still suffering through it. It sucks. Anyway, so that was what happened with the JMB2CE group buy. That's why it's been so long, because he thought it was gonna be short, turned out to be eternal, essentially. So, yeah. We'll do a full kernel F row on this if they weren't too wide to do that. I know, yeah. The kernel V1 rubs one next to each other. That part of Booper's sculpts kind of sucks. She didn't really think of that, or maybe just kind of winged it, really. Yeah. Death to Cherry Browns. Okay. JK. I misspelled it on purpose, but yeah. Anyway, what's up, Tim? How are you doing? Let's see. Oz, Darren, hello. Are those holes meant to possibly affect sound? Oh, you mean for the weight? Maybe. Speculation says yes, it would probably affect the sound. Oh, I remember why he did this. Okay. I remember now exactly why. So, you guys, not sure if you guys know, but Yutzi is a very big fanatic of bikes, cycling. He's really into road bikes, cycling. He did this in inspiration of like carbon fiber, and this whole thing, he did this in inspiration of bikes. That's why he did it. Not because he was like, oh, it's gonna affect sound. No. He just did it because he thought it would be fun to do it. Yeah. He was like, oh, it looks cool. Let's do it. So that's why he did it. That's the kind of person Yutzi is, I think, a lot of the time. Although he does think a lot about how it affects things, but he doesn't really say that to people because it's conjecture in the end. In the end, it doesn't really, there's no real proof. He's not scientifically doing something to prove it. He's just kind of doing it for the heck of it. So, yeah. Jose Diego, hello. Unfinished, but it's actually a machine finish. Yeah. Let's see. Finally got my frog built up with blacks. Oh, I saw that. Now you understand why people are suckers for MX blacks now. Yeah. Yeah, they're very nice. Let's see. Which Nathan? There are a few Nathans. Yeah, there are a lot of Nathans. It should affect sound because it increased surface area. I mean, technically speaking, any difference will affect sound, for sure. But was it thought? I mean, was it thought up that way? No. It was not done with that in mind, I think. It was done with just wanting to do it. For the heck of it. Teha Keyboard's my favorite mixer streamer. Going to try to buy some $19 double shot ABS WAV from Texi. Oh, they have $19 WAV? Wow. That's kind of interesting. Didn't know that. Anyway, gotta put these away for now. One last look for y'all. I'm gonna put these away because I just don't want them to ding or anything. Alright. Where's Joe? Thank you so much for the 7 months. Diego, any suggestions on getting WAV? Trying to avoid drop at all costs? Mech Market then? What else? What other choices do you have other than Mech Market or getting a second hand? If you're gonna avoid drop. Yeah. All these new keyboard designers doing papers and keyboard sound. No offense to some of the people who apparently did finite element analysis to say that a keyboard uniform displacement yada yada and like, you know, gasket mount and these flex cuts in specific places for it, and I think it didn't turn out to be true, but yeah. My favorite Lineage right now are Snags. Well, Snags are nice. They're basically improved red switches, so they're great. Dude, watch out, there's a tiger behind you. My good buddy JD. Mech 27 V1, probably the best board until this one. It's just a rip of 100% rip of Jane V1. Yeah, pretty much. Mech 27 basically Jane V1 is true, is a fact. For you, for those of you who did not know, that's the truth. Brush. PBT double shot for $23, huh? Did they release on how to order those yet? The Texie stuff? I don't know. Alright. Back to full cycle. First you got a pre-build with Cherry. As you got deeper into the hobby, you tried all kinds of switches and Franken switches. In the end, you're just happy with Cherry Black. That is true. That is true, but for me it was Cherry MX Browns. I loved Cherry MX Browns when I first started. I had a full-size Cooler Master board with Cherry MX Browns, unlubed of course. The stabs were lubed because I had a friend who had I think it was either dielectric grease or something like that, and he was like, oh, why don't you lube your stabs with this? And I was like, okay, lube the stabs. And then I like that keyboard. I used it for a few years. My brother had given that to me. And then when I got into mechanical keyboards, like more formally, and I got like Topre and blah blah blah, I tried all these different things, tried linears, tried tactile, Zelios, ergo clears, you name it, right? And I was like, oh, these are great and all. And the Holy Pandas came out, all the craze about it. I tried the Holy Pandas. Actually, Holy Pandas, I only liked them for a very short time, and then I pretty much desoldered them after I made my first batch of Holy Pandas, sold the rest when they went up for like $5 each. Sold them OG Inver Holy Pandas, my friends, for like for whatever the market price was at the time. And with that money I bought vintage MX Browns and some other stuff. And then I built a keyboard with vintage MX Browns, lubed with, like, you know, just on the side. Loved it. Loved it. Never. I was like, look at that. Love MX Browns. MX Browns goated. Goated switch. Truly. Very light tactility, for sure. But still very nice. Oh, the shark from IKEA? Maybe I'll get it. Maybe if I feel like getting it during the subathon, I'll get it. Nachos. Anyway. Drew says, Mech 27 V2 basically my end game, since I will never be able to afford a Jane. I mean, you could enter one of the TKLs that are out there, Druas, that basically have Jane V2 plates compatibility, and that's basically like owning a Jane V2. Or if you're talking about the Jane V1, and Orion is basically a Jane V1. Mech 27, Mira SE, Duck Orion, they're all basically Jane V1s, because the Jane V1 is actually designed after the Duck Orion, for those who didn't know. It's pretty much Duck Orion, Korean custom, Malaysian custom, Jane V1. Yeah. So if you use a Duck Orion, you're basically typing on a Jane V1. Anyway. 27 straight disappeared off the face of the earth. Yeah. Went to college. Yeah. Yeah, that's so sus. Diego Flipper confirmed. I think that was the one time I actually sold something at that was the first time I think I sold something at like market price, and it was like very expensive. Were those the Browns that went to your CE? Actually, they might have been. Actually, they might be, yeah. They might be the ones that went into my V2CE. They're a few years old. I first put them in the TXCP, which I had for a few years. Loved the TXCP. And then I desoldered the TXCP because I was selling it. Sold that, whatever cost I bought it for. And then put those switches into a V2C when I built it. That was like in 2019, basically end of 2019, early 2020. Duck Orion price gonna be going up after that statement? Maybe. Yeah, JV1 with Korean angle, basically. Duck Orion. And there's 3 versions of Duck Orions too. There's Duck Orion V1, V2. No, wait, there's 4. V3, V2.5. It's great. There's a lot of Jane V1s out there, basically. Oh, Moon TKL also basically Jane V1. Moon TKL, same layout. Sega Jaguar, I think, uses basically the same plates for the Jane V1. Symmetric 8-point plate. Yeah. Let's see. Alright. I'm getting distracted here. Talking about all this is kind of fun. But I do need to build this. Typing on my Duck Orion V3 right now. It's a great board. I mean, the incline of the board is definitely steep for some people, but if you have good posture slash a good chair, desk height adjusted correctly, typing on keyboards with a 10 or 11 degree angle is actually no problem at all. Let's see, did Browns debut around 1994, so are Browns manufactured around the year 1994 considered vintage? Yes, that's correct. Browns, what people consider vintage MX Browns come from the MX 5000 Ergo Plus Cherry keyboard, which is kind of a rare, not rare, but actually no, kind of a rare keyboard. Yes, kind of a rare keyboard. That's basically one of the very few ergonomic split keyboards by Cherry, and kind of desoldering MX Browns from that keyboard is kind of sacrilegious, to be honest with you, because the board itself is pretty precious. And then there's also like the 1838 HPU, I think, which is an 1800 layout Cherry board that also is manufactured around that time. I think it has like the Compaq branding. If you don't know Compaq, it's an old PC company. 2-hour stabs, let's go. Yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen. 2-hour stabs, but at least I'm mixing in some interesting facts about keyboards. Okay, at least that's more interesting. I can't say I'm a fun person, but I have a lot to say about what I know, which isn't too much. It's just reciting random things that I have learned over time. Typing on Cherry Browns at the moment, can't confirm goated. Eggman knows. None of them have TGR Cloud though? TGR Cloud is cool, but it's like if I did not have a TGR Jane, let's say, or whatever, I wouldn't bother getting one in the aftermarket at all. Like, it's just pointless. The only reason I own them is because I managed to get in on first come first serve raffle, or I mean not raffle, first come first serve forum. So yeah, I got my TGR stuff legitimately through the forums, and so that's the only reason I have them. But yeah, if I didn't though, I definitely would not bother like paying up, is what I should say. Retail gang. I can't wait for Moon V2 to come in just to compare with V1. Oh, you have the V1 too, Jeff Leopard? That's cool. TLDR of what Diego just said, get ergonomic scrub. Yeah, pretty much. Just learn how to do proper ergonomics for your desk. It's your chair and your desk height that really contributes towards how to type correctly. Because you don't want to bend your wrists up. That's why wrist rests are no good for you. Anyway, float your wrists. So you can float your wrists just by having armrests. So like, I can't show it to you, but basically, let me see. Okay, can you see my wrist rest here? Can you see my wrist rest right here? Okay, so basically the way to float your wrist is just by using an armrest. You put your elbow, right? And you just type like that. So your wrists are floating without you expending much energy because your forearm is already floating. But that's one way to adjust your desk and your chair for you to get proper ergonomics. Yeah. Vint browns are rarer than Vint blacks. Well, I guess at this point the 1800 or whatever, the other chair, you guys know those like trackball? No, trackball. Yeah, they have a trackball. The trackball having the trackpad and trackball having I think they're compacts. 1800 cherry boards. Those have MX Browns too, and they're old enough now and fairly used a lot of the time. That they have pretty smooth MX Browns, by the way. So they're at one point they were technically not considered vintage, but they are very good still. A lot of people do get some of those for that. But honestly, MX Browns are a very much of a hit or miss. Kind of a little more so than MX Blacks, in the sense that MX Browns, since they're a tactile switch, any kind of small like amount of dust or like grime or whatever in them, you can tell the difference because that tactility is so small. So you just get whatever has MX Browns, you just get it and hope it's good. I think that's the way to go about it, really. But in general, though, MX Browns anyway, you should just embrace the fact that it's gonna be some like a bit of scratchings in there. Did I hear Ergo Split? Was I summoned? All right, sorry. People harvest G85,000s. I've heard of someone doing it, which I totally talked bad to them. I was like, please don't do that. The talk is the best part, as I'm on audio only at the moment. Oh, I see. GFWD, welcome. I'd never buy this board if I hadn't wanted TBH. Aftermarket too silly. I agree. 4K for the clout. Cowabunga. 2019 batch game. Buying OTD for clout is the real flex. Yeah. 4K on a board, bad Drake phase. 4K on like 5 artisans, good trick. Drake, yeah. Alright, just going back. Keep Noob Desolder did some work on the one recently. Yeah, people will purchase some old cherry boards, or any, actually, even old gaming, like old Corsairs? Cooler Masters? I'm not sure. Some of the old gaming boards that people have typed on aggressively over the years nowadays. Like, so they're like old DOS, right? And so on. Some of those keyboards actually have really good MX switches because they've been typed on so much. maybe the WASD might have a bit more smoothness than the rest, but overall you won't be able to tell the difference. You're failing to consider the gamer grime lightning. I mean, that is true. That is true. But for example, I bought a Philco. The camo Philco that we built one time. That was actually stock. And it was pretty good. It had pretty smooth MX Browns. But I mean, then again, it's a lottery, right? Anyway, kind of grateful for the circle jerk on MX Browns, since that means less people will get vintage or old MX Browns. I mean, the Hyperglide MX Browns are pretty nice. But yeah. Yes, I always have my elbows resting on armrest. Armrest is always level with desk height. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, sorry, answering this question. Sorry, but sorry for the random question, but where do you buy the O-ring? Any links to product page, pretty please? Sorry about that. The O-rings are sold by a few. There's a bunch of vendors, aren't there? Like with O-ring, that sell O-rings. You can just, pretty sure you can just Google it and find them. I think the only thing that you do need to know is the dimensions. It's you need to know the outer diameter and the thickness, outer diameter, thickness, and basically how flexible it is. Sureness, hardness, yeah. Anyway, Diego, can you bless the key cult raffle for me? I need some RNG luck. Blessing to you, Busy Timmy. I hope you win the key cult 265 unfinished purple tonight. Good luck. I harvested Browns off my 2012 Philco and they're super nice. I'm telling you, some of these gamer boards are actually... So you know who harvests gamer boards? You know who does harvest gamer boards? I'm like 2 pages behind on chat. I don't care. But you know who harvests gamer boards that actually like does it because he knows that there might be good switches in there, Mr. Wodan. Mr. Wodan goes to Erie's, he pretty much like gets boxes and crates and boxes and crates of old keyboards, regardless of what they are. Gamer keyboards, like vintage keyboards, whatever. Wodan, he goes through hundreds of to be recycled keyboards, and he knows that some of these gamer boards can be pretty damn good with switches, because he knows that some of these go through a lot of usage. And you know, gamer grind might be there, but all you need is the switches, right? So he can always ultrasonic clean or whatever, right? And then toss the rest out, right? Because they're going to be recycled anyway. But that's one way to do it. Unfortunately, laws of e-recycling in the United States are a little bit difficult to work with, because they pretty much get rid of e-waste very quickly. At least in the state of New York, I know that e-recycling can go like boop, like that really fast. Like as soon as it's out, it's gone. But in some other states it's easier because they're less populated and there's less movement in that regard. Like less generation of waste. So, alright. I have a Leopold board with browns that were broken for 3 years. They're very smooth right now. Holding on to them until I find the right board for them. Nice. Imagine buying 90 gaming keyboard just to harvest WASD. When in on it, by the way, Diego. Ooh, good luck, Eric. Let's see. Wodan is goated. He's one of the. He's definitely one of the older and great people in the community. Very selfless person, actually. Very cool person. Has the ideal keyboard man cave. Wodan has the best keyboard man cave that I've seen. Well, at least, as far as keyboards are concerned, he has the best keyboard man cave, for sure. Perks of living in Germany? Actually, not just perks of living in Germany. It's also because he is very dedicated. So it's more than just living in Germany, though. Definitely, there are some benefits of living in Germany, because they are a bit diligent about their e-waste. And he basically is intercepting those before they get completely recycled. Do $4 ultrasonic cleaners work fine for cleaning switches, Mr. Lightning? Yes, but don't be surprised if they break. Like, if your ultrasonic cleaner stops working after a few, I don't know, tries, months, I don't know. It's kind of RNG in that regard. Don't be surprised if it breaks, like, if it breaks and you basically have a DOA kind of unit, like, very early on. So, yeah. But they work. People use, like, those $40 jewelry cleaning ultrasonic cleaners. And they work fine. They work fine. Yo, Zerp, what's up, buddy? My bro has been typing on this gaming keyboard with browns for over 7 years now. I want to harvest them, but I think he spilled coffee on them or something. They feel mushy. Aw, shame. Gotta find a gaming keyboard from an Osumania player. Gotta be so broken in. Yeah. Maybe go ask BTMC, but although I think he games on his Satisfaction 75 now. BRB, Firefox left a random white box on my monitor. Weird. How about this keyboard man cave? I don't have to click on that link. I can bet the keyboard man cave that was linked from Z Frontier right now is 5V. Guaranteed. Has the nice Gundam statues. Has that glass covered wall of jars full of DCS keycaps. Right? I know it. It has to be. If someone links Z Frontier link, right, and says this is the keyboard museum, man cave, whatever, guaranteed it's 5V. Guaranteed. Easily the man with the most keyboard items in the world. No doubt. has every DCS set, every GMK set, every SA set, every Matrix keyboard in like the dozens, OTDs in the dozens, repeats to no end. Rare artisans, oh yeah, a lot of them too. So, truly a spectacle to behold. Truly a keyboard museum, actually. Very much so. Can't say it's the best attempt at being a historian, but it is definitely like dedication to a completely new level. Thanks to the fact that he is quite wealthy, or they, I don't know how they identify, but you know, of course they're very wealthy. But if you could name one person who is truly like the sort of like quote unquote black hole of all things keyboard, might be him. Might be them. Just because it's like, if something's missing, that's the destination for it eventually, right? Yeah. The lanky fella says, "Isn't the bottom of your bed the best keyboard man cave?" I'm kind of scared as to what I might find under my bed. Yeah. Did 5e find a keyset that was missing? Yeah, probably. Probably. Billionaires in China build diff? Yeah, I mean, for sure. For sure. Dozens of OTD Matrix is kind of odd to me, but whatever. It is odd to me too. It is odd to have repeats of things, all that. I agree 100%, but you know, for them it's a minuscule, trivial expense to that in that regard. You know, a few $1,000s is nothing. So, like, if you in the context of their wealth, it's really nothing. It's just a drop in the bucket. So, yeah, I think for them it's more so the regard for, like, this is the cream of the crop. So it's like I gotta have it all rather than one of each. Because I guess relatively that's one way to really showcase your influence over the market. But then again, I'm not saying they have ulterior motives at all. I'm just saying they are simply too wealthy for us to fathom in an ounce of how practical that could be. Probably not practical at all, right? But no, it's not practical at all. But at least for the purposes of keeping a keyboard museum like that, it's quite amazing. It's truly a different way to curate a collection. Can people visit? Yes, actually people can visit. Yes, people can visit 5e's place. It was actually built up so that people can visit. Is what I heard. Of course, not during COVID. I mean, there's just no way this man's gonna risk anything like that, right? Yeah. Hata has a different kind of collection? Yeah, Hata has over... He probably has over like 700 keyboards now, right? It was 500 like in 2018 or something like that, so... His collection, Hata's collection must be well beyond that too. Actually, probably even more, because he's moved into a larger place since then. With the formation of Input Club and all that. Yeah. Stream kind of popping off today. Yeah, it is popping off. It is indeed popping. Diego, have you ever typed on a 1.2mm PCB? Yes, I have typed on a H87 Thin Boy edition, like the thin 1.2mm PCB by Heinebusch. Pretty nice. Thin PCBs are pretty nice. I think for certain stabilizers, you do have to use the spacers, the FR4 made spacers, because stabilizers are designed to clip onto 1.6mm PCBs, so you need to have those spacers so that they can clip on properly and not be loose. But other than that, yeah. What's the dollar threshold for whale status, chat? Is it about quantity of stuff? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay. You see, I have a feeling that people would call me a whale, quote unquote. Because I do own a lot of things. As far as like number of keyboards, artisans, key sets, the total net amount is large. 5e Junior? Nah, more like wannabe R. Mendes. How about that? Would you feel the benefit of the 1.2mm PCBs with a regular alu plate? Yes, you would. I think you would. But you would definitely benefit more from a half plate, yes. Talk to like Dougie about watches sometime, the price on those dwarf high-end keyboards. Oh, watches are a whole different game, dude. Oh my god. Watches are astronomically more expensive than high-end keyboards. Yeah. Yeah. So many keyboards not getting loved on. That's why I rotate through them. And Nachos, sounds good, take care. Yeah, it's pretty popping. It's like popping chat right now. You pick up new 00 PCB? Yes, I did in this. What happens to 5e's collection the day he dies? Probably wailed to somebody else, because rich people always make sure that everything's like notarized and wailed to people that they trust. I don't think that will be a problem. It'll be preserved somehow, I'm pretty sure. Won't just be auctioned randomly. Let's see. Reading this long. I don't know, I'm probably the type to shy away from the idea of hoarding keyboards of particular types just to have it all, as it is kind of the antithesis of what I like about the hobby, or at least it is a different version of a mentality which is common in the fashion hobby that has become prominent in the last 3 years that I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, I would say a lot of people can relate to that, at least that it is the antithesis of what some niche hobbies have become, which involves a very obsessive mindset to collecting, of have to have one of each kind, or a completionist mindset, or even exceeding that, similar to what we've been talking about, like having duplicates and such, is like more so of like, I must have it all because it you know, it gives me that kind of satisfaction. Like it's the thrill of owning, the thrill of having that mail day, the thrill of just being able to see it in front of you displayed in all of its you know, quote unquote glory, right? So yeah. Anyway, so what else is like Diego seen my Artisan Flex picks? Am I a whale? I don't feel like one. I just built up over years. So that's how I feel about my collection too. My collection has also just built up over what, 4.5 years now? I've been in the hobby for about 4.5 years. Yeah, I've just built up a collection. I just don't sell much. I buy things like I buy good deals too. Like sometimes I see people offload bundles of, let's say, Artisan keycaps, or even like sets or keyboards or whatever, right? And sometimes I just pick up good deals every so often, and I just end up keeping them. And that's a big part of why I've also amassed a lot of things, is the fact that I actually don't, unlike a lot of people, I don't get rid of things easily. I don't I don't cycle things. Some people see themselves as like, oh, I have 2 keyboards, I need to cycle one in order to get a new one, right? For me, it's like, I actually don't have this one, so I kind of want to have it here so I can have it next to each other, or I can rotate through these and like side by side I can check them out, or yeah, it's not a have to have one of each. Actually, it's not that mindset specifically, but it's definitely a bit of a I don't hurt from having it. I'm not suffering from not paying my bills or something like that. Like, it's not like I'm financially risking myself from doing so. And so for me, it's like because I don't see things as an investment, the only thing that does hinder things is the impracticality of owning a lot of things, is that you require a lot of space. So that would be the main thing. I would say the main thing that would hinder me. It's like, oh, do I have the space to keep this around? Because I do live in a, relative to some people who might live in, you know, places where the cost of living is cheaper and they can get a lot more space for the price. Yeah, can I actually afford to keep this around? And how practical is it? Am I going to move soon? That kind of stuff. Yeah. So, paying above retail egregiously, quantities inconsequential because it can be built over years and years. I have paid over retail quite a lot of times for sure, but it's also built up over the years, and it's also like I don't always buy over retail all the time. It's sometimes like good deals over retail. Like, it's like not quite market price, but a decent deal over retail, yes, but something that I can afford, so that's why I purchase. Are these boba U4T? Yes. Let's see, I've spent lots of money in this hobby to buy keyboards and lots of keycaps. I don't consider myself as a whale because I don't pay aftermarket price for things. That's a good mentality though. I mean, it's good that you're sticking to retail, Peaches. Would you rather let go first, your artisan collection or keyboard collection? Ooh, I think I would alternate between the two. There are some things in my artisan collection that I know I wouldn't part with, as well as there's keyboards that I would not part with as well. There are specific things I would not part with in either direction. So I would part with things as I categorize them and as I see like, oh, okay, this is less essential for me. Or like it's something that, not less essential in a more practical way, but more like in a collectionist sort of way, in a collector sort of way. It's like I really want to keep this, so this one I'm not selling, but this one I'm giving up. Like, it's fine to give this one up first. Yeah. But yeah, I value both. I do treat like my artisans as like collecting art, so it definitely, there's a lot of subjective value that I assign to a lot of my artisan collection, because I also associate it with the people I've met people that I can probably call my friends for, they've been my friends for a long time, and I do trust that they will be my friends for a much longer time than I imagine, and I treasure that connection to a lot of people that I've met over the years. I would easily argue that being this involved in the keyboard community to me has been pretty instrumental in expanding my social network and making it many folds bigger. Like, I genuinely know that if I were in trouble and I sought out the assistance of the people that I know would care about me, I know I can get it. Of course, it's not that I would seek it out like right away, but as in like my network has expanded in such a way where I can see how it contributes to my life in a positive way, and so I treasure those connections a lot. Yeah. So a lot of my keyboard stuff is actually kind of connected that way too. So that's the kind of stuff that I wouldn't give up, for example. Stuff that I feel very strongly about in a more emotional way, and that has, connected me to people, or that like I feel like it's like something that kind of signifies like a moment or transition in my keyboard, like in the hobby. Yeah. How many Janes does Diego have? I can answer that question for you. 2. The V2 and the V2 CE. That's it. Community wouldn't have the variety we do today without the big players and the hypebeast mentality. Partially true. Gone down bad for Alice though. There is the one Alice group I haven't joined. I definitely have repeats. Yeah, let's see. Used to be disciplined like one cap in, one cap out. That went out the window years ago. Same. There was at one point in time, my friends, I said, not sure if Will ever saw me at this phase, but at one phase in my early artisan collecting career, I was the jelly key guy. I used to collect a lot of old jelly keys, which I actually do have still, a lot of them. I still own my first ever artisan keycap, which is actually an iconic goo made by Yutzi, and he sent that to the meetup I attended for the first time. And I won that as part of the giveaway, and found out later that it was something that, you know, Yutzi had cast as part of Iconic, and I've kept it, you know, I kept it regardless of that connection. It's just my first artisan ever, so I kind of have treasured it since then. But yeah. Is that a Vega you're using? No, it's a unicorn. Anyway, let's see, go down. We've also been in the hobby for so long. Invis, you've been in the hobby for even longer than I have. So yeah. I think your artisan collection would be way hard to replace. Yeah. Imagine going for the triple Booper Rainbow nowadays. Yeah, not possible. Help, I have a problem. Same. Please give me your VP. Oh, Vulcan Pro if you die. Are you wishing for my death? Dennis? Are you wishing for my death? That's toxic, dude. Sorry, just catching up. Current favorite sculpt. Current favorite sculpt. Current favorite sculpt. Probably Orc Explorer V2 by Zorb Caps. Now he said it. Stonks up, and now I'm never gonna get them. GG. Which artisan is your favorite? Oh, that's a tough question. One artisan? Like, my one artisan that is my favorite? That's a very tough question to answer. Very difficult question to answer. There are many caps I really, really love. But, yeah, I don't know how to answer that question, actually. Please never die. Ever owned any Sabertooths? Yes, I have, actually. I don't have any right now, One Drunk Man, but I did own before. Does that mean currently being sold or just what you're feeling most now? Oh, as in... Oh, yeah, current sculpt that I'm feeling right now is Orc Explorer V2 for sure. Rip or Zorb Commission? Ah, yeah, so sad. Dude! Oh, well, I'm not... Well, I guess I might as well say it because it got cancelled too, but, we were trying to do a toaster commission. You know, Zorb toasters. That's an old one that no one will know. Only someone like Will would know. That's a big rip. Zorb toaster. KET update for September. Yo, let's go. Shishis for me? Oh, you like shishis, Druaz? Druaz, do you want a shishi at retail? I can give you. I can sell you a shishi at retail. If you like it, I guess. I literally don't remember that. I still have a Templar. Templar is such a cool cap. Cool keycap design. I would like a Shisha at retail. Okay, if Drua says I'm good, then I'll defer to you, Mr. Invis. If Diego Touch is worth more than retail, no. I'm not using it, and I figure I should just pass it along anyway. There's no use in it's just sitting in the box. Try my best to look away from artisans. That rabbit hole will run me dry. Absolutely will. Like if your Alice quote-unquote obsession is already giving you a hard time, artisans will 100% suck you up completely. I know myself really well, so that's why I got into them, and do have a good amount of self-control. Yeah. I mean, I actually think that the proof that someone has been in the hobby for a long time and has had like a healthy way of collecting kind of shows over time. Because a lot of people actually end up selling all their stuff because they burn out from collecting. They get sick of all the transactions, the buy-sell trade, the rotating of caps and keyboards and all that stuff, and they burn out. And I would say it normally happens to most people within a year. So when you see people who have been around for many years, I think you can kind of tell how they've kind of managed themselves over the years. Yeah. Patchclax, hello. Wait, Patchclax, this is Patch from Singapore? Mr. Brobot. Oh, it's Philippines, my bad. I see. Singapore, Philippines. Trying to locate. That's about as close as saying that's about as close as saying Florida is close to Mexico, right? Apologies. Diego outing me? I've yet to dip into artisans other than a few Rama caps. Not sure that counts. Rama caps count as collecting for sure. Collecting keycaps, yeah. I mean, you're still getting something for the sake of kind of just having. You know. I mean, there's a usage aspect to them for sure. I mean, I do also get a lot of artisans not just because it's like, so I would classify my artisan collecting in many ways. First, there's the aspect of usage. I see an artisan colorway and an artisan sculpt combination that I like, and I'm like, I know that I want to put it on this keyboard with this particular color combination or key set, and I can see it sitting right there on Escape. It will look great. I love it, and that's why I enter like a raffle or whatever, right? Some other keycaps I collect because I like the maker themselves, or the maker's work rather. Like, I like the work ethic of that particular maker. I think that there are subjects, like they're like artistic subjects that, like the sculpts, they might not be necessarily my cup of tea, but it's like I want to support the maker. Like, I get it because I want to support the maker. Like, I just genuinely like want to support their work. I think that their work is worth like paying for because they put in a lot of effort into it, and I just appreciate them, and I just want to support their work. Kind of like you would buy like a music CD from a friend who's doing, who's doing music, and like, it might not be your genre, but you want to support them, right? Kind of like that. 4-hour stabs. Calling me out here. It will be like 1.5-hour stabs though, for sure. Definitely ranting a lot today. That happened to me with sneakers. Sold my entire collection last year. Burnout can be tough. Yeah, trading is exhausting, TBH. I hate trading. I hate trading. I hate the buy, sell, trade stuff with a passion. It's horrible. I hate dealing with people. It's wishy-washy. People are always like, give me an offer, and it's so tiring. You try selling something, and it's, can you send me a close-up of this one? Oh wait, let me think about it. And like 30 minutes later, oh, have you sold it yet? Oh, maybe I'm gonna go back on it. Oh, I'm not sure. Can you send me an invoice? No, wait, can you actually do? It's like, come on, man. Oh, can you actually give me a discount on this? I'm like, dude, just yes or no, please. Just yes or no. No? Yes? Maybe? Bye. Next person. I can't deal with it. My strategy for buying Jane and Alice aftermarket was to sell enough of my other boards and keycaps I wasn't using in order to fund those boards. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. You're basically funneling all your funds into this one thing that you really want. So yeah. Will I be going for the Rama Kate keycaps? I'll definitely want to try them. So yeah, I'm interested in them. I'm interested in trying them out. So. Too many capsets in bags here? Yep, same. Give me an offer and then adds 100 on top. Yeah. Can't deal with it. Set a price, man. Just give me a price. I'll say yes or no, and if I say no, then you just have a good day. You know? Easy clap. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, buy sell trade is super annoying. I can't deal with it personally. It's like, I don't care if you want to make the most money or whatever. Trying to get like 5 people, try to bid over each other and that bullshit. I don't give a fuck. Do people actually press on the artisans? Yes! I am 100% for putting your artisans on your switches and your keyboards and using them. Using your artisans is the best way to I personally think the best way to appreciate artisans is to in fact use them on a keyboard, because they have keycapped stems. I mean, they have stems that are compatible with your MX switches for a reason. Why should you not use them? Right? Why is this stab like? Anyway, the back and forth game people already try to play. See, I still just want an automated matchmaking site. Register 1-to-1 trades you do. Get match Tinder style. Insta-ban if you fail to ship. No talking until after the trade's done. That's very idealistic, but that would be crazy. Yeah. People sell, but only looking for offers. Ugh. How many days, hours, minutes, and seconds have you used this for? Oh my god. Is there shine on your keycaps? And then 2 months later, they're like, oh, I would embrace the shine. GMK shine good. It's like... Okay. Any reason? Oh, any reason you're selling? Holy shit, that's a good one. Any reason you're selling? Fuck, I hate that question. Hate it. Cause I need money? Cause I don't want it here? Cause I don't know. I'm not using it? Jesus H Christ. Why else? For the same reasons you would sell something, I am selling it. It's like, what else is there gonna be? Any reason you're selling. Goodness gracious. What loop do you use? 205G0? Lanky fella? 205G0 for stabs. That's what I use. Did you enter for the Namon caps? I did not. I'm sorry for being annoying with trades. You're not annoying with trades, Jeff Leopard. You're actually You're actually much more direct than 95% of people I know. Thok Thumbs, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I wasn't familiar with Zorbcabs. Thanks for putting me onto him. F. GG. This Jane and Alice owner is gonna wreck us all. I have doomed my own fate. Hi, love you long time. AT Global, thank you so much. Using artisans embrace the original purpose. I agree. Did you ever fart in the same room? What? Oh. You said the magic phrase, so I subbed. Wait, what's the magic phrase? Thank you? Anyway, my wife got a JMK. She put some O-rings on the keys and a bunch of the keys don't work. Would that be an issue with the O-ring or switches? We'll try removing the O-rings first and then see if it happens. First step. Or you have to press the key really hard. Yeah, try removing the O-rings first and then see what happens. Bonek. People be asking, is this still available? Then never. Oh yeah, that's another good one. Is this still available? Fair to ask that question. If I tell you yes, are you gonna pick it up or not? Don't waste my time. Is it still available? It means you're interested. Stop wasting time. Stop. It's like, haven't you had that much time to decide already? Is it still available? Fucking A. The only real response is any reason you're buying. My parents didn't raise me to be a proper agent. I don't know how to haggle. Showing the quality of the keys a bit. My personal favorite, what's the lowest you'll go? Actually, I think what's the lowest you'll go is a fair question. I actually use what's the lowest you'll go a bit. Because I want to know if the seller is someone who is willing to give a deal. Or as in like, what is their tolerance of selling, like, what's their lowest tolerance of like selling, like, you know, selling at the lowest price possible. I actually use that a lot myself. Because it's a fair question to ask. I don't care if they answer, my lowest is, I'm not budging the price, or like, I'm only willing to budge $20, let's say. I'm okay with that answer. But I ask because I genuinely am curious about that. But yeah, I think that's okay if you get a straightforward answer. And then if they give you an answer and you answer them back saying like, okay, I'm interested, or okay, I'm not, I think it's okay. But and then like trying to like haggle after that can be a little tricky. Yeah. Anyway, no likey Namon caps. Just didn't want to spend too much money right now. Good evening. Oh, Prox, what's up? Yeah, so anyway, I'll go back on that later. Notice I'll be very careful trading with Diego. I'm very nice in general. But hello, fellow reader. Stray Chroma, Courtney, hi. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Oh, for the Prime Gaming sub. Thank you so much. It is a tier 1 though. Thank you so much for the sub though. 3 months. Oh, Courtney, do you want a sticker? If you want a sticker for me, you should fill out the exclamation sticker form. There's a form that comes up when you press when you do exclamation sticker, and you can get a free sticker. They need more time to justify their purchase. Yeah. Let's see. I've seen decent deals with like 5 p.m. and still be available. Always surprise me. Yeah, that happens. When they message you saying they're interested and expect you to reserve the item until they respond. That depends. Actually, there are times when I've personally asked, hey, I am 100% willing to commit on the purchase, but I would appreciate it if you could wait until I'm done with my meeting, whatever, or I'm like meal prepping or something, but I'm like 100% willing to pay this, right? I just wanted to leave you a message now before like I miss out on this, right? I've done that before. But it requires a commitment. If you can't commit, like if you say that and you are not actually committing, that's the crime. That's the part where like, it's really annoying. like when people say that and then they don't commit. Yeah. Wait a second. Just hasn't gone in all the way. If someone asks what's the most you're willing to pay, if someone asks, oh, what's the lowest you're trying to go, and you answer what's the most you're willing to pay, that's a totally fair reply. Negotiating is giving another number. Yep. Hi, I got a question. I got Black Ink V2. Do you think Black Inks are better than Telios V2? I like them a little better. The Telios have a little bit higher pitch signature that I don't precisely like, and I also like the look of Black Ink switches better. Yeah. Cross PTN, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. Let's see, blah blah blah. Don't mind if they ask to reserve it, but they shouldn't expect me to do it by default. Yeah, okay. I think it's you're asking for a favor. You're not asking for. Yeah, it should not be an expectation. Correct. I agree. All right. Sorry. It is basically okay. Not too bad here all the time. Dub Tom, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. What's your opinion on Nixies? I've seen your videos with Nixies in them. How do they compare to normal Vince? You could think of Nixies as basically MX smooth. Actually, they are not necessarily smooth. Nixies can suck. The only batch of Nixdorf switches that I do have, I replaced the bottom housings of them because they're complete trash. The leaves were corroding and it was not smooth. But after I replaced the bottom housing with some other MX Black housings, it was pretty good. So they can be pretty bad, first of all. Just like any other vintage MX switch. I would say that they're basically a Cherry MX switch with a milky top. So you could think like if you had a very smooth Gateron switch and you put the Gateron milky top, it's the same idea behind it. Same principle. Do you put your stickers on anything? I do. I do put my stickers on things. I have a notepad that I have stickers on. That I have like put a bunch of stickers, just like, yeah. I put it on like water bottles and other things. Yeah. Let's see. When I sell, I try to make the process as seamless as possible because I know how stressful it is to buy something from a stranger. Yeah, same. It's just like, you want this? Okay, I'll send you an invoice, or like, this is exactly the price you're paying. Yeah, that's the easiest way of doing it for sure. I think, yeah, like a quick in and quick out is the best way to do any form of negotiation or transaction. Yeah. I'm quicker to pass on things because I know I personally don't have I have a budget that I don't want to like go over. So, yeah. I think my question got chatted over. Oh, Jap Smack? I'm not sure what you said. Oh, here it is. Oh wait, I already said it. I did answer that question. Alright. Going down. Sorry, I'm just very slow on catching up with chat today. How much does the look of a switch matter if you cannot see it eventually? It doesn't matter that much, but when you start realizing that most switches kind of feel and sound the same, you go for the look because it just matches your keyboard better, and that's basically what I do. I pretty much buy switches because they're pretty nowadays, because honestly, a lot of switches kind of feel the same to me. They are different, but so mildly different that I stop caring. Yeah. In your opinion, the best mods for inks? Just loop them and use switch films if necessary. Thoughts on H1s? Good. They're good linears. Nixies are just too expensive. I love a batch, but a couple hundred is too much for a full board. I agree. Nixdorf switches are excessively expensive. The only reason I own a batch of Nixdorf switches, Nixdorf MX Black switches, is because I managed to trade for them. I traded a bunch of Alps MX Alps Browns. Sorry, SKCM Alps Brown switches, SKCM Brown Alps switches, and something on top, basically, for them. Back when Alps Browns were also quite valuable. I mean, they still kind of are, but yeah. I basically traded a bunch of stuff for them. Also, it was also considering that the Nixies were corroding and such. So yeah. Alright. Diego, hope you had a good weekend, bro. Oh, Halloween boards, thank you so much. I had a good weekend, thank you. They are overpriced memes, TLDR. Correct answer, technically. They are overpriced and they are memes, so that's not wrong at all. I saw 96 vintage blacks go unsold on eBay for $20. Yeah, I mean, if they're scratchy and stuff, they could be just bad. Yeah. Let's see. Did my chat die for a sec? No, I think you guys are just being quiet, right? Yeah. U4Ts are so fun to type on. U4Ts are really nice switches, actually. I like the few times I built with U4Ts, I've enjoyed them quite a lot. Wodan has so many Nixies, it makes me kind of jealous. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can feel a little jealous about it too, but it's the benefit of having been around for a while and also doing diligent work around what he does. Which is, yeah, I mean, he basically finds them himself. Like, that's a lot of work, actually. Like, basically, he's betting on chance that he will find something good each time he does it, right? So, it's almost like the reward of an RNG process. So, yeah. How do you like the OP Blacks? I have not looped my OP Blacks, but I've got some OP Blacks stock, and they feel very smooth, so I expect them to be quite nice, personally. So I would not be afraid to use them. Some people benefit by location big time when it comes to looking for old boards, for sure, for sure. It is tougher in the United States though, I think. But actually not for everything. For example, it is much easier to find IBM stuff in the US or Alp stuff in the US than it is like in other places. Whereas like Cherry stuff, for example, can be harder in the US. But yeah, it just depends. Australia has absolutely nothing, makes me feel sad. I mean, it is because also it depends on like how much got imported, right? Because a lot of these older boards were for companies, right? Okay, sounds pretty good. Asia has it good for more obscure boards and probably Topre, I assume. Yeah, so Japan has it better for Topre. China has it really good for a lot of e-waste stuff because they are kind of like the e-waste dump of the world, you know, in a sort of way. But it also varies quite a bit, I'll argue. Yeah, it's a kind of a hit or miss situation, I would say. You do have to sort of still try kind of hard to find something good. That's just the way it goes. And also, of course, the more time passes by, a lot of stuff has already been destroyed. So, yeah. You think gold springs are better than defaults? No. Gold springs, stainless steel springs, whatever springs, same thing. Just because they're gold doesn't mean they're better. No difference other than color, basically. Hey Dan, what's up? If anything, gold is worse because the plating can flake off. I wouldn't even consider the fact that they can flake off, but sure. It's a non-issue. Just saying. Less likely when lubed. I mean, nonetheless, the answer to that question is that just doesn't even matter. Two minutes left on Keycult raffle. Indeed, like 1 minute left on Keycult raffle now. Anyone do the thing yet? Let me check. I don't think so. No. Keycult raffle? Yeah, there is a Keycult raffle that's literally gonna end in 20 seconds. For a 265 unfinished red. I mean, unfinished purple, my bad. Heard people say gold is less likely to suffer spring crunch. I trust Diego knows what he's talking about. I honestly think that snake oil would kind of not really think it really matters at all. And if there is some sort of minuscule effect, I highly doubt there is anything that you can actually tell during typing or during normal usage. Highly doubt it. It just seems too impractical to care about. What's the price of this keyboard now? Aftermarket? I think like $4.5 grand, something like that. Good thing Black Lotus is coming soon. Oh, the key set. Oh, Black Lotus is one of those key sets that I thought I was going to get for the longest time. And I ended up passing on it. I might regret that, but it is what it is. I do have other purple sets that I like. So it is not the end of the world, even if I don't get it. How do I join the raffle? It is now too late. But you would have joined by going on to Keycult's Discord, joining their Discord, getting verified there as a member of their Discord, and then you would have to get a authentication token by connecting your Discord account to their raffle website, and then you get a token. You basically get 2FA approved, and then you join their forum, and then they collect your entry, and then eventually they run the RNG, and you would get an email as to whether you won or didn't. But yeah, it's too late now. Easy 10K. What's up, Hate? How you doing, dude? Literally heard you say about the raffle entered in 20-second window. Wow, okay. Nice. I just noticed that these switches actually match the color of the stems, match the color of the PCB. Pretty nice. Yo, Sancho Panza, thank you so much for the 10 months. Muchas gracias, Sancho. Had a busy Monday and totally forgot about the raffle. 1.5 years from goodbye to expected delivery for Black Lotus. I mean, Dracula still, yeah. Apollo is shipping now. Yep. Her Boba U4Ts better tactiles than Holy Pandas. Some people would argue yes. I don't know. I like them a little better than Holy Pandas, I think. Just kind of like the overall sound, feel, kind of. I kind of like them a little better than Holy Pandas, I think. Then again, it might just be a bit of recency bias. Like, it might just be because I've been trying U4Ts more often these days over Holy Pandas. Are those tactiles? Yeah, these are tactiles. Hey, these are like, I'd say like they're similar to Holy Pandas, but maybe, yeah, just about the same amount of tactility, or maybe just slightly less. Yeah, they're called Boba U4T. So yeah, if you're only into linears though, might not be your cup of tea. Favorite OTD boards, Diego? Pretty much the 356 Mini is the only one I really care about, to be honest with you. The rest are cool to look at, but don't really care too much for them. Oh, I like the pink 456 GT a lot too. But the black one's neat. It's pretty nice too. But yeah, I would say that the one I like the most is just the 356 Mini. That's the only one I really would. Realistically, if I were to pick one, that would be it. The rest, I don't really care too much about. It's like, they're cool, but... I just think there's better TKLs now too. I mean, surely there's better 60% now too, but I think as someone who uses 60% quite a lot, the 356 Mini is what kind of ticks the boxes for me. But that said, it is very impractically expensive, so it would be just for collecting's sake. But I'll still use it. I would not buy something to not use, so yeah. Jane with Boba, yikes? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything wrong about that, actually. For a hot sec, I thought this was your Jane. I thought you were finally replacing the Browns. No, I'm not replacing the Browns. Probably ever, because I really love that config. I don't think I would. I really enjoy how that build came out, and I don't have a need to replace them at all. They'll just stay as it is right now. Yeah. All right. Ready to solder. Hey, 2 hours and we're soldering, so it's not too bad, I guess. Could have been worse considering I was ranting a lot earlier. The Browns were so good, super shocked. Right? Yeah, I really like that build. Jane with Box Navy's endgame. TBH? Who knows? It might actually be really nice. To be honest, box clickies, I still think out of the different clickies that are available in MX, box switches, box whites, navies, jades, and so on, are probably the better ones anyway. Yeah. Some OTDs have gaskets, so they're the best. I actually don't care about the gasket, but yeah. I mean, the 356 Mini is just I like it because it's a 60% realistically, and the weight is pretty cool. Box clickies are solid. Yep. I know a very big collector in the keyboard scene who uses box clickies exclusively, pretty much, and he loves them. And yet, yeah, he owns a lot of quote-unquote high-end keyboards and all that, but he loves his box clickies. Some people here might know who that is, but yeah, no need to mention his name. I heard that person's a horror writer. Yeah, that's right. Confirmed. And they're not, and they're also not like any horror writer. They're like one of the biggest names out there in the sense that like they've co-produced some crazy stuff in the genre. Like if you look at their like track record, basically, yo, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like, to name a few, they produced, like, The Grudge, I mean, I need to look it up. I'm not into horror, so I don't really know all the names off the top of my head, but The Grudge was on there, and The Grudge is kind of big, so, yeah. And they also actually, there's a recent movie that they actually just co-produced, I think. Just found some new old stock bin clears on eBay. There's one buy though. You can take the risk. It's a risk. You could buy them, find out that they're not great, find out that they're good. Who knows? Any good horror movie recommendations? I actually am not the person to ask. I do not. Oh, well, there's the one movie on Netflix. It's a Korean movie. It's about like this team of people who actually like goes to different places, sort of like documentary style. I forget what the name was. It was on Netflix though. It was really good though. That was actually a pretty fun movie. It's about this like haunted hospital sort of thing. Netflix Korean hospital movie. Not called Hospital. No, that's not it. It was something else. Something else. It was not. No, it's not a. It's not a. No, it's not a hospital. It was a. It was an asylum, I think. Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. There it is. That's the one. You should watch this one. Hey, it's actually pretty good. Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. It's on Netflix. It's pretty good. I would recommend it. There might be some kind of creepy stuff, but it's pretty good. If you haven't watched it, that is. Yo, Atticus, what's up, dude? Alright, let's do the rest here now. Things will look. Sounds good. I think you'll like it if you're into horror. I actually don't get scared by horror. I just don't find it as fun. Not nearly as much, I think, as other genres or like other movies. So I don't really seek out horror. I will watch horror if someone says like, "Oh, let's watch a horror movie," and I'm like, not my #1 preference, but okay, I'll watch it. Jump scares, obviously, not the best part. But like as far as content or gore, and like gore or like themes and stuff, I have a feeling like I've watched TV shows and other movies that have like more psychological themes that are way worse than in horror movies. like they have more horrible implications than horror movies do. Whereas horror movies kind of focus on the more like supernatural or like, yeah, some psychological things too. Sometimes they focus on like human torture, that kind of stuff. Oh, we disconnected, it seems. We did have a good run. That was the first disconnection in 2 hours. we're back. Yeah, that was a good run though. It's the first disconnect that happened in 2 hours ish, right? It's pretty good still. I actually expected worse, but it looks like that disconnect happened anyway. So I was talking about movies, right? Sorry about that. So I was saying how like I can tolerate horror movies. I don't get really scared by a lot of the psychological or horror elements to them. I actually think horror movies have it less intense sometimes than like actual like thriller drama that are like dedicated like to exploring those psychological themes that can be like kind of like very fucked up basically. That horror movies actually don't exploit nearly as much sometimes. I personally think I am a little bit more impervious to it because I think I might be a little like I've seen a lot of that like in books like or like in I feel like when you read a lot or like when you just like watch a lot of other kinds of TV too, like you just kind of like see that it's like all over the place, honestly, like the implications of like really weird psychological themes and whatnot. It's like it's all over the media. And once you realize that, I feel like horror movies just don't scare as much. I just don't enjoy watching the like for the jump scares and just for like extra gore or whatever. I actually watched when I was watching well, Saw, technically would you consider Saw a horror movie? Like Saw the series of movies? I don't really like I actually watch it for the plot. I actually enjoy the plot of Saw. Saw is like a gory movie. Yeah, that's what I think so. That's what I think. It's just a gory movie. But I watched it for the plot. I watched it because I wanted to see how it developed. Like the characters and like the whole like idea of it. That was fun. TBH. I actually enjoy them a lot for that reason. Saw is a thriller? Yeah. Yeah, I would say I think that's right. The plot gets real muddy in the later movies. Yeah. It gets bad. Like it's just meh at the end. But I mean, they had a good run. But yeah, really tried to stretch it. Yeah. Some of the torture methods in Saw, I was like, damn, that's cruel. And I was like, damn. You know what's funny? I actually know people who would be capable of doing that, as in like capable of having access to some of these things, and I'm just like, oh yikes. The Shining is chilling for sure. Yeah, The Shining is woo. Anyway, re-horror. I think the style of horror is important too. Yeah, gore porn is funny to me for some reason, whereas some of the psychological horror stuff gets me. Yeah. How was Free Guy? Kupo, Free Guy was actually really good. Free Guy, I won't spoil anything, but Free Guy was funny to, like, some parts are kind of cringe funny, you know what I mean? Like, very, like, crude humor funny. I mean, much like, you know, Ryan Reynolds, like, style of, like humor. And it was, like, some stuff was like crude, but overall the movie was wholesome and fun to watch. Good movie. Like I would say, like I don't regret going to the movies to watch it, so it was pretty good. Overall, I would say like had good like fictional elements to it that like made it really enjoyable. So I would recommend Free Guy. The OG It scared the hell out of me as a child. Oh, it did too, for me. Oh yeah, I don't like clowns for sure. Yeah, I don't like things that are dressed up in things like like demons and clowns and that kind of shit can be a little bit very scary, especially as a kid. I think it's even worse. I think as an adult now, I kind of feel like much more like, yeah. I think I feel like kind of like much more immune to that. Like, cause like it's like the makeup, and I know how like the makeup is like done and like that kind of stuff. So I like will watch them for the plot kind of thing. But again, horror is not my genre overall. Just like that's really the conclusion from all that, is that horror is not really my thing. I don't really go ahead and say like, oh, I want to watch this horror movie. I really don't care for horror movies. I don't get excited over them. Like, it's probably at the last of my priority list to watch. So other genres that I do watch, I like action, like drama, or like I kind of like, yeah, like some romance stuff is like okay, but it has to have like a bit of a slice of life sort of element to it, sort of like some like TV shows or like animes will explore. I like stuff that has like coming of age themes, or something that actually makes you think. Or some historical relevance is fun too. Historical relevance, like movies with drama, are fun, or thriller. Have you seen Minari? Yeah, I watched Minari. Yeah, I did. It was really good. It was really relatable. As a child of immigrants myself, Minari was extremely relatable for me. Yeah, very relatable. So that one actually kind of made me tear up. Yeah, actually, I definitely teared up for that one. Gator and Cat V2's came pre-loop? Yes. Do you see Pokimane? Yes. There's a lot of cameos in Free Guy. They're fun cameos. Plan sent me some V2 Browns to lube, but I thought they don't need anything. I don't think they need anything. I got some V2 Browns as well, actually, Wesley, and I don't think they need lube. Pretty lubed. I don't think they really need lube, though. If you haven't seen them, the Godfather movies are highly recommended. I have watched the Godfather movies already. Very good. Lots of classic stuff that's pretty good. Like, I do like Tarantino style movies. Like, I like dark humor a lot, for sure. And even like more thriller, psychological drama themes in that regard. They do sort of like creep me out a little, in the sense that like I kind of feel like, ooh, like that would suck if it happened to me. But I watched them. I watched these movies, yeah. I used V2 stock recently on a build. It's pretty nice stock deviation. I don't think I would bother lubing the V2 Gateron cap switches. They're already they're pretty well lubricated already stock. There's plenty of oil in the switch. Yeah. Like I've opened a bunch of like the yellow ones and the brown ones. The brown ones I just got some, and they're like, yeah, plenty of lube in there. Have you seen As Above, So Below? I have not. No. Ooh, martial arts movies. Yes, I love martial arts movies too. Some fun ones though. Like, I mean, like I like original like Ip Man was fun. You know, but like as that went on, kind of got boring for me. Like 1 and 2 was fun, but then meh, right? Hey, Vexo P1. Hello. What's my favorite Tarantino movie? I'm actually not sure. Like, I feel like for Tarantino, it kind of depends on my mood. Like, Pulp Fiction is great, but there was a time when I watched Inglourious Basterds and I actually found it really funny and kind of was like, kind of feeling more of this instead of Pulp Fiction. Or like instead of other stuff, you know? Like, I mean, there's like a lot of other stuff, but yeah. Kung Fu Hustle is fun. Oh, Kung Fu Hustle. Yeah. What's that other movie? Martial arts movie. There's a bunch of fun ones though. But yeah. Does Rush Hour count? Rush Hour is fun. Rush Hour is great. I love Rush Hour personally. I thought they were fun to watch. I mean, I would say like if I were to watch them today, I would not enjoy them as much, but at the time when I watched Rush Hour, I enjoyed them. Right? I am excited to watch Shang-Chi to see Simu Liu's representation as a Marvel hero. That's kind of exciting to me. Jackie Chan Enjoyers Easy. Yeah, Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time in China? Yeah, Once Upon a Time in China is... Yeah, I watched that too. How does carbon fiber plate compare to alu? Oh, the sound? Oh, it's very different from alu. Aluminum, yeah, I mean, obviously it just does not have like a metallic sound like carbon fiber. I'll say for tactiles, it accentuates the sound quite a lot. It has definitely a very different sound profile to it, because it's not metallic in that sense. I just bought tickets for Shang-Chi for opening night. Oh, nice. I actually, yeah, I do need to buy tickets. Or rather, yeah, like look into it. Carbon fiber with MX Brown is very nice. Yeah, I mean, that's what my V2C is built with. Like my personal one. Oh wait, let's test this first, shall we? Actually, I don't think this cable works with Bootmapper for some reason. I think my Lindy cable works with Bootmapper, but not that one. I don't like cringe comedy. Yeah, I think the older I got, obviously, the less tolerant I became for like more cringe comedy stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think it just, the times have changed. My tastes have changed with movies and like just pop culture stuff. So, yeah. Definitely think that if I watched certain movies nowadays, I would not enjoy them as much as I did once, or the other way around. Movies that I thought were whatever would probably strike to me as more interesting now. But again, it's, yeah, it's hard to say. That's Bootmapper. This is what Bootmapper client looks like. You press on download and it basically downloads the key map. If you toggle boot, if you press on the orange button here, toggle Bootmapper, and you press on a key, it'll highlight that key, so you can reprogram them. So you can see what I'm pressing. F13 is currently mapped to numlock. I'm gonna change that to FN. Print screen, scroll lock, pause, that's fine. Insert, home page up, delete end page down, that's good. Backspace, okay, pipe, okay, all good, all good. Okay, caps lock, I'm gonna change the control because I use HKB layout for now, but I might reprogram that if client wants me to change it. But yeah. I think everything works. And then Win key here, Alt, space, Alt, Control, and arrow keys. Okay, cool. So we can toggle off Bootmapper, and then I can just press upload, and it's gonna upload. Actually, let's program caps lock in on the function layer. Actually, so program caps lock here, just so I can have a toggle off method of doing things, and maybe some I normally program like media keys here. Oh wait, I think, yeah. Let's see. Alright, that's good enough. And then we can just press upload, and it's gonna upload the key map. Perfect. It's reprogrammed. I can probably just close it now. Thought Merlin made a VF file for the OG JV2 PCB. I'm not gonna flash it just for now because I don't. Yeah, I'll reprogram it later. I'll ask if they need it QMK. But for now, I'll just keep it original. It's not merged yet, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sure it probably works now. But I haven't. I just I'm not doing it right now just for the sake of keeping it as is. Yeah. I can worry about it after it's built. Yeah. Also, where are the jumpers that you're supposed to short on this one? I don't even know where they are. Ooh. There's a diode here that's kind of twisted. I'm actually gonna fix that up. PS2 compatibility for on this PCB for memes? I mean, like PS2 over USB sort of thing, like the Mini, because the Mini has it communicates PS2 over USB. It's possible. It's impractical though. Alright, let's okay, we're done. So let's put it into the case. Well, are you here? I'm actually not sure if he's here. Mr. Cancel, are you here in chat? Oh, we effed. Oh, we're back. We back. Sorry about the trouble. I know it's annoying when it happens. TBH. So am I using the O-ring today? I guess by default we probably just should. Because that's what people kind of expect these days. What? F again? Oh, F about the $40 wasted? Rip. little bit tight on the case. Just make sure this is fitting fine. What's going on? How many boards would you say you've built at this point? Let me think about it. I built about... I can check actually. I have a... Oh wait, it's not on this spreadsheet, I think. Let me see how many I've built. I've built maybe like 400 boards-ish? 400? 4 something? Probably around there. I don't have a documentation for all of them. I started recording, like not recording or like not just streaming, but also like documenting what I've built. I started doing that way late actually. I at first didn't think about it because it was just for like my friends or like for fun, right? So I didn't really record that. But including my own builds, yeah, like 400, I would say. Where's this Deathmat from? I need it. It's a collab with Shuangmu. I linked it in chat before. Someone could link it, but I mean, let me see if I have it here still. Here. Private group, right? No, it was public. You just had to be on the. You just had to be following this person on Insta. There was a form for it, and you just had to enter. It was a. Yeah. But yeah, it's you have to get it in the aftermarket Halloween. Yeah, but it was public. It was a public group buy. It was $50 per Deathmat. Shipping included. So yeah, pretty fair IMO. Because they were coming from China and shipping for Deathmat is quite expensive. Do you get it on the Rubber Hose Deathmat that just ended? I will be getting one from, yeah, from KLC. Yeah. Yep. The big black wolf one, right? Big. Yeah. The wolf one, the off card one I didn't like as much actually. The off card had, I mean, it had the KLC stuff on it, but it was also like, I don't like the framing for the off card one. It's just too busy for me. It's kind of like everywhere. I like the off cards as they are, but I don't like it in like the large format, like for the dust map. Too bright, yeah. Alright, we're done. Boom. Ooh, look how that looks with the PCB. It looks actually pretty lit. That looks really nice actually. Let's put these screws in here. F? What? No, I don't think so. Is that a unicorn you're using? Yes, it is. Good eye. The internet's the one that's dog shit? Mine too. Same here. Same TBH. Alright. Cool. Did to enter give it away? Yeah, right? Let's see. Did someone redeem for key sets or nah? Actually, they don't real. Okay, someone redeemed for hydrate, so I'll hydrate. Silver corn? It's not silver. It's actually the pink one, the light pink. It's the light pink, almost rose gold like. But it's more like pink than rose gold, I would say. Picking a key set is so stressful? Is it really though? Okay, I have some sets here. Which, not exhaustive. I haven't updated the list, but yeah. So there's some here. Is that a dent on the top right of the unicorn? Where? No. This? Here? Top left? No. Looks fine. You have BSP? I have CRP, yeah. I have a lot of CRP stuff. Miami Knights or WAP plus red. Sawara would be cool to see. Sawara is an interesting set for sure. Let me think about it. Maybe I'll just pick one myself. Kind of feeling like Miami Knights, TBH. I think Miami Knights is pretty nice on black. I don't have DMG. I don't have DMG for it. Yeah, let's do Miami Knights. Miami Knights. Alright, let's do this. VOC is so underrated. It is pretty underrated. I love VOC though. VOC is actually one of my favorite sets as far as purple is concerned. The renders don't do VOC justice. But people should have known what VOC would look like because the essay set already existed. You know what I mean? There already was previous like a precedent to show what VOC colors would look like exactly. So I don't think there's an excuse there to say that people didn't know what to expect for VOC. As far as colors were concerned, anyway. What about Violet Tendencies? Who has that set? I used to have that set, actually. I didn't like it because the contrast was kind of low. Well, I mean, I actually did like it. I did use it for a little bit. I eventually got rid of it because I was gonna get Taro. Yeah. And also because I liked Hyperfuse better than Violet Tendencies. So yeah, I was like, I don't need that many sets, and sold Violet Tendencies. Yeah. Taro is a great purple set, I agree. I don't like the Taro middle left rose doesn't have different color in the base kit. I actually like that about Taro. I actually like the fact that they're not alternating. In fact, I may have been a little bit influential in making that, convincing P-Way to do that. Just saying. I may have convinced him to do that. Diego an insider trader? Well, no, I was like day zero supporter of Taro. I know the day when P-Way chose hex colors and was like, what do you think of this set? And I was like, it looks good. And yeah. This was back when people hung out in Slack and stuff. Alright, let's put some artisans on this, shall we? So, some fitting set. Ooh! Ooh! Bongo bango. Look at that. Bam! Do, 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 do. Do we go Zorb caps or do we go Art Key? Kind of feeling like a Zorb today, I don't know why. Oh, that might be a theme. Oh, but this kind of I'm not sure. Just leave F13 empty? No such thing. Alright. Art Key? Yeah, Art Key. Art Key sounds good to me. Oh. F's in chat again. SMH. We're back. Nice bongo, thank you. Right. AR, what's up, buddy? How are you doing, my friend? Alright. Are we ready for this? My hands are kind of greasy. I'm actually gonna go wash my hands really quick. Kind of don't feel like my hands are too clean. So I'll be right back, okay? BRB. Enjoy Cherkun and JD. Stretch. Is that a Herman Miller? It's actually a Steelcase Think. Is the first model of the Think, I believe. Steelcase Think. Alrighty. Let's open up. Wait, did I plug this in? Alright, there we go. And let's... Alright. Here we are at the last step. Alright, so we have a JV2C built with Boba U4T switches on a carbon fiber full plate. And yep, that's basically what it is. Alright, here we go. Wait. $137? Oh. I don't think it's not my personal best just yet. It's maybe one off, but I haven't hit this number in a long time. Ah, oh, so close, but damn. Ah, wow. Based. Let's go. Wow. My raw like numbers are looking good though. This is good. It's good. Jane improves. Worst per minute confirmed. C plus 10. It's a Jane buff. Worst per minute is pay to win. or you just gotta roll the gacha, you know. Gotta buy those rolls and roll the gacha, and maybe you'll roll a plus 100 word per minute buff. Anyway, should we type on that again one more time? Or how does the tactility feel? So the tactility definitely feels a little bit less. It's like less prominent because of the gasket. I think the gasket does kind of dampen the. It does add a little bit to the bounce. But it still has, like, the switches themselves do have a pretty prominent return to this, like, to the springs, and like to the, like, the actual tactility. The bump of the switch is actually pretty prominent, so it's still there. Yeah. Anyway, let's give this one more try. I don't think I'll hit better than this, but oh, wow, 137. I haven't hit this number. 136.59. I'm gonna write that down. 136.59 words per minute, and it got rounded up to 137. So, okay, cool. All right. Exciting. All right, one more try, and then we'll go and look at the mods. That's so annoying. Alright, whatever. It's alright. Still doing pretty well, accuracy wise. Definitely always try to stay above 95. But yeah, it's okay. Alright, here are the modifiers. But I just need to practice. It just means I just need to practice. And I might slow down to hit 100% every time, and then I'll go back up. Anyway, here are the mods. Sounds pretty nice. I really like space bars. Space bars on the carbon fiber with tactile switches on this particular board sounds really good. Overall, like the MX Browns sound good on this board with the carbon fiber plate. This is GMK? Yeah, this is GMK. GMK Miami Nights. It was run by, well, the history goes as follows. It was originally run by Mr. Ivan Ivanovich, former Geekhack, I guess, moderator at some point, and also a scammer. Ran a variety of different key sets, including GMK Miami Nights, collected a lot of money from people, and pretty much disappeared with the money. So GMK Miami Nights, in a way, is a pretty cursed colorway. But then later on, years later, or maybe a year or two later, Originative Co. ran GMK Miami Nights on their own, and yeah, and sold it as a set, like on their store. So that's when you could buy GMK Miami Nights. It was through Originative Co. It's a separate run essentially, but Ivan not involved, of course. But yeah, Ivan disappeared. And then later on, Ivan, funnily enough, at some point, people knew who Ivan was, like real name wise, because he had actually fulfilled like 10 group buys before. He was a very trustworthy member of the community. So he had fulfilled like 10 previous group buys, maybe more. Very, very trustworthy community member. And he actually, people noticed that he appeared on eBay, selling a lot of the sets that he didn't fulfill, specifically the PBT black on black sets, the Gateron, the Imsto round 4 PBT black on black sets. Those were sold on eBay for like cheap, and people were like, "This is Ivan selling these." Yeah. Yep. So that's the story. Just so you know. Yeah. The notorious Ivan, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Bummer. That's all I can say about it. It's just kind of sucks. Anyway, I can show you what the board looks like up close now. That port is sticking out a little, huh? Yeah, USB port sticks out slightly on this board. Wait. There. Hey, Masuro, how are you? Here is the TGR Jane V2 CE by TGR Keyboards, or Yutzi. Here, so it covers the whole screen. Very, very nice board with a carbon fiber plate, which you can see right beneath. It looks really good against the black, in my opinion. Side profile, some fingerprints. Here's the bottom for the carbon fiber bottom plate. It's not heavy at all, so most of the heft is because of the case being aluminum and this brass weight, and the brass weight that's on the inside. Not very big either, but it's there. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason Janes have a very flush USB port, so USB ports kind of look like they're sticking out. Actually, this one kind of does look like it's sticking out a little. Machining tolerances can make this happen, but yeah. Maybe I can probably scooch it back a little, actually. I'm wondering if I can scooch it back a little bit. Nah, not really. I probably need to I probably need to loosen it up a little bit to scooch it back, because it's on the gasket mount, so that may be why. That might be why it's kind of scooched up to the front a little bit. I mean, to the back a little bit. But yeah, side profile looks very nice. Yeah, side profile is very classic, like wedge with handles essentially. Is this O-ring mounted? Yeah, currently is O-ring mounted. Yes. Actually, I am gonna open it back up because I think that diode that I reflowed, I don't think it's functioning properly, so I might replace that anyway. So I'm gonna open it up. If it only had USB-C, only thing holding me back from picking one up. Honestly, USB Mini holding you back is IMO kind of silly, but personally, because I think a lot of boards have USB Mini anyway. Yes, I understand that USB-C is the future, all that, but I think just the port being different, it shouldn't really hold you back. But yeah, that's just me. Or maybe it's just a way to do copium. That's another form of copium. Oh, it has a USB Mini port, so I'm not gonna buy it. Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I had to think about that a little bit. I was like, yeah, that's definitely just copium. Yeah. Copage. Y'all are funny. I heard people have been passing JV2C off as originals, but I heard it was a clone. Yeah, unfortunately there are clones nowadays. So if you are thinking about getting a JV2C at any point from now on, be very careful. There are pretty much near identical replicas, or pretty much identical replicas of the JV2CE that try to copy all the way down to the box and the PCB. So just FYI, okay? Even if people say like, oh, I forget what his name was, the guy who makes them. But even if that guy makes when keyless only, I would say Kalam, yes. Just be careful. Yeah, just be careful. It's very, very likely that they could have made WinKey units and you just didn't know about it. You just never heard about it because it was private. Because it's none of your business, basically. So, yeah, just watch out. You know, watch out. Like it's totally possible that there could be WinKey units out there, or that like there's more to it than we know at the moment. So yeah. Okay, this diode is definitely not good. So is it a diode? Hold up. Yeah, it is a diode. Can't see the lines though. Okay. Turn on the fan for a minute. Someone caught a fella flipping and Kalama's a real Jane. Oof. Yikes. That's a yikes. If you guys are curious about how I do this, I'll zoom in and show you. Enhance this thing. basically the diode I'm trying to replace is right here. I noticed that the bottom of it was kind of defective, so I'll try to replace it with a new one, which is a bit smaller, but I should still be able to replace it. Hopefully I can reach. Yeah, I think it's possible. Okay, just need to add a bit of solder to here. Oops, sorry. Maybe I should leave it focused manually. Just put some solder on the pads. And then now, carefully bring this diode up. And then place it here. Align it as well as possible. It's a little bit smaller than the original diode, but it's fine. As long as it makes contact, it's more than enough. Oh, come on. It's really finicky here. Right. What's the diode for? It's for so that the key works, so that the key actually registers. It requires this diode. It's normally used for NK rollover. For PCBs to have NK rollover, it's necessary for these to have diodes. But in modern PCBs, you need the diode for the key to register. So, okay, one side has stuck, which is good. Now I can just reflow the other side and we should be set. So the other side that I'm reflowing is right here. Alright, looks stable. This PCB didn't have it originally. No, the original diode that was there, I noticed that it was burnt or defective rather. Yeah, this bottom side had, like, it was broken basically. Maybe from some sort of shock or impact. It was like, oh, it was slightly broken. But yeah, here's the original diode, but it was not functional. So, all right, let's see. Car theft? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's something else. But let's test it out now. There it is. Left alt, perfectly working. There we go. Fixed up this PCB. And I can also make sure the alignment for the board is correct this time. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit closer to the bottom side. So, well, it's already pretty tight fit, but I guess it's worth a shot to make sure it's not, the port is not so close to the top. Maybe something like that should work. Okay, just need to be aware. Same card lead from earlier, trying again. Oh man, that would be funny if this is true. I have to say, that would be pretty hilarious. I mean, not fun for the owner of the car, but yeah, scenario-wise. I want this board, but it would be a terrible financial decision. Yeah, buying an aftermarket, yeah, for sure. It would be a very, yeah, it could be a very immature decision to make for yourself. But yeah, I don't know what your finances are like, so I can't judge. Okay, I guess the O-ring is thick enough that it'll push a little bit down, so I think this is the best we can do. As far as the USB port being slightly thicker, or longer than that part of the case. It's because of the O-ring is pushing slightly. Okay, that's good enough then. Looks slightly more flush now? Yeah, just a little bit. It's not a big difference, but it's like good enough, I guess. It's a little better, but still a little bit sticking out. Yeah, it's okay. Mr. Diego, if you don't mind me asking, what are you studying in school? I study biomedical engineering, and I work with imaging systems. That's like the me in a nutshell. Oh, looks like chat died. Fucking hell. Whoa. Completely died this time. Still recording, at least. Sorry, VOD viewers. I know it's frustrating to have this happen. The internet actually died this time. Like, completely died this time. Yeah, wow. Completely dead. Oh, okay. So the end of the stream, I guess I'll just summarize. I just replaced the diode, reassembling the case, and finally my internet actually died this time, it looks like. So I think the stream is basically over. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to all the viewers, VOD viewers as well. Hello there and thanks. And yeah, I think it's over here. Stream completely died this time. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, it looks like we have a completely dead. Well, I will probably conclude the VOD video here. But again, thank you so much for all the support. And I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, I of course have... Oh, we're back! We're back! So you know what I was doing just now? So I went to check my router, and my router definitely had a red light on it, and I was like I was talking to myself basically. I was talking to the VOD viewers. I was like, oh, I think it's gone, because the stream was still recording. So I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna call it here. This is the end of it. See you on the next one. And it just came back as I was saying that. But yeah, we back. I just reassembled it. Just screwed it back all up. Yeah, looks better this time actually. But we can do one more typing test, I guess, since we're back. To celebrate that we're back, we'll do one more, and then I'll be off. Actually, it's kind of late. So yeah, last one, and then I'm out. Streaming 2 days in a row? No way. Alright. Here goes. Madman. Alright, here you go. Distract me. Alright. Ooh, I'm like fast fingering these. I need to go slower. Slower. Doesn't sound thawky, but it does sound really nice. Yeah, it sounds right. It's really nice. Yeah. Here are the mods really quick. that's it. Alright. Sorry for all the interruptions towards the end, but I hope you enjoyed it. But I think that's all I got for tonight. Again, a closer look. It's a very nice build, very pretty with Miami Nights. Miami Nights on black keyboards just looks fantastic. How do you know if an O-ring is placed properly? Just curious. Well, it's gonna create some resistance between the top and bottom keys, and then other than that, it's just you would feel like if it's too much resistance that you can't close the case, then that's probably bad. Yeah. That backplate. Oh yeah, the PVD brass, I believe. Yeah. Alright, let's see if there's anybody that we can raid tonight. But this is pretty much the end of stream. Let's see, let's check. Nathan? How much does this keyboard cost? Quite a bit in the aftermarket right now. We have Gym Leader Nathan, yes. CG Buin. Yura is playing Slime Rancher, which I actually don't know what game that is. But she's not doing keyboard stuff, is she? No, she's playing Slime. Yeah, I think Gym Leader Nathan might be the only person currently. Oh, Takoyakis is streaming their anniversary stream for 6 hours already. Wow. Yeah, I think we can raid Mr. Gym Leader Nathan. It's been a while. Let me copy that down though, because I think it's Gym Leader Nathan with 2 N letters. Let's say prove to us you are the cooler Nathan. Oh, no, the cooler keyboard Nathan. Let's say that. All right. So that's all I have for tonight. Again, more details about the subathon event coming soon. Probably announce something about it next week. But I'm preparing things. Other than that, do expect more streams coming up soon. I have a few other builds coming up. I believe I do have a Bear 65 at some point. A house. We will be building a house at some point, and then there are other keyboards coming up. But yeah, I will yeah, I'll keep you posted. You know, just come around when the ping swings by. But other than that, I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take it easy. Let's go and bother Nathan. All right, cheers everyone, have a good night.